Hi, this is SJ Talks from Life coming back at you with another video. Um, these are the 5 officers that are charged in the tragic beating death of Tyree Nichols. That happened January 10th. Um, these 5 officers beat Tyree Nichols, 29. He's 29 years old, young black male. And I don't even want to see the video. They say they got a video of it. I don't even want to see the video. But they beat him to death, and he died 3 days later after his injuries, after the beating. He was hospitalized. I don't even want to show that picture. They have that picture going around, and I don't even want to show it. I just teared up. Just hear his mother talk and speak. Um, it just breaks my heart. I'm confused. I don't understand how 5 black police officers can do something like this. But when I just when I found out they were black, what? I mean, the only thing, and I got to thinking about it. I said, well, look how many black men kill other black men and beat up other black men in the black community. I mean, when you look at all the black men that kill and beat each other, hurt each other in the black community, then when you think about it in those terms, then, it's not surprising. We're our own worst enemy. These guys are in the system, you know, they all caught up in that racist white, police. I'm not saying that all police officers are racist. I'm not suggesting that, but they're all a part of, these guys are all part of the system. And it's some type of police culture in some of these precincts to beat and misuse people, and they're saying it's a culture in a lot of these police departments, and a lot of stuff has got to change. Well, the way they beat that young man, I don't even want to show the picture, but the way they beat that young man was this horrible, and it just teared me up really bad to hear his mother speak, and knowing what they did to this guy. They got the video circulating. I don't want to watch it. I really don't want to watch it because they say it's horrific. Yeah, I don't understand. They say that he was running, and of course, there are racist people are saying the same typical thing. He should have complied. I told somebody in the comment section on Facebook, I said, I am getting sick and tired of hearing that. He should have complied. There was no reason, even if he ran, there was no reason to beat him like that. And they said that he was in handcuffs. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they said he was in handcuffs when they were beating him. There was no reason for them to beat this man like this. They said they beat him for 3 minutes straight. They said there was no reason, he didn't have no business beating him, that young man, like that. They didn't have no business beating him. What is wrong with these guys? What is wrong with these guys? Like I said, they all part of that system. They all part of the system. And that culture, of abusing black men, black people, and stuff like that. But the thing is, they acted swift justice on these guys. They fired them immediately. They immediately got fired. Now they're going to be prosecuted. They enacted swift justice with these guys. And Ben Crump is basically saying, and a lot of people, activists, are saying across the board, they need to have that same energy when white officers do it, because we know that when white officers do it, it's a totally different ball game. They take their little sweet time, arresting the officer and prosecuting them, holding them to the fire, firing them. They drag their feet and they take their little sweet time, and then sometimes they get off the hook. Sometimes they let them off the hook. I mean, look at the Rodney King situation. A lot of times they get left the officers off the hook. But look how long it took them to bring Derek Chauvin to justice. He didn't get fired immediately after he did George Floyd the way he did. They didn't fire him immediately. They when it comes to white officers, they take their little sweet time and they drag their feet. And sometimes they let them off the hook altogether. Sometimes the families don't get justice, and then that's when the rioting and everything takes place and all that kind of stuff. So, but with these officers, they got fired immediately. It was a whole different ball game, and they should have knew they should have checked their color, and they should have knew they weren't gonna get away with it. I don't care if it was another black man. They should have knew they weren't gonna get away with it. You black. You black. Now they're gonna be locked up in prison. Yep. They should have known they wasn't gonna get away with that. When are these officers are gonna learn? You stop abusing your power. There was no reason for them to beat that young man like that. Now his mother is without her son. She's without her son. Another black mother has lost her son because of this crap. And by his own race of people, more or less. It's a disgrace. It's a total disgrace. I'm glad they got jumped on it real quick like. But Ben Crump said this needs to be the standard across the board. He said we're not accepting anything less. He said this needs to be the standard all the way across the board with white officers, black officers. It don't matter what color the officers is. You need to enact the same swift justice. Because, it's a double standard right now. Because, like I said, when white officers do it, they take a little sweet time to getting around it. And sometimes they let them off the hook. But these guys they're gonna hold these guys to the fire, which I figured they would. They're not letting these guys off the hook. But that they need to have that same energy with white cops. And that's what Ben Crump and the other activists was saying. They need to have that same, he said, and we're not accepting anything less. In the future, we're not accepting anything less. We expect the same amount of justice regardless of the race of the police officers. And that's right. But I'm just so glad that his family's going to get justice, and my prayers and condolences go out to his poor family. Tyree Nichols' family is just really sad. It breaks your heart. And I said, he was only 29 years old. And I know he ran and everything, but he still didn't deserve to get beat up like that. They didn't have to beat him like that. They did not have to do it. These officers need to start following the proper procedure. They need to follow the proper procedure. Bottom line. All of them, white, black, whatever race officer, doesn't matter. They need to be teaching these officers the right way. They need to be teaching these officers how to follow the proper procedure when arresting someone and all this stuff. They need to get in there and stop this police brutality in these police departments across the board. This is unacceptable. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about this. I'm just as outraged, even more so, because these were black men. But either way, it's horrible. You beat down your own brother like that. You do your own brother that way. And I would think them of all people, black men would, on account of them being black, they would follow. I would think them of all people would follow procedures, the proper procedures. Of all people, you would follow the proper procedures. So my heart and prayers and condolences go out to the family. This is really tragic. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this situation. How do you feel about it being 5 black officers doing this to this young man? Our people got to get it together. We got to stop this violence against each other. This is just ridiculous. But let me know what you think in the comment section. And go ahead and hit that subscribe, like, and share. Until the next video, be blessed.